as you might have seen my last video, I'm officially back in the US. I was in Japan for like 2 weeks, almost 3, and I had a fucking blast. But I'm finally back, and now I can grind and dedicate my time to pumping out videos. But for now, into the actual video topic. On my stay to Japan, I got inspired by a lot of things. The food, the culture, the scenery, just places that, like streets, anything like that was inspiring to me. Down to even advertisements, like it was crazy. All the advertisements in Japan are so bright and colorful, and like in the US, it's bright and colorful, but it's mostly like dead. Over there they have like, the signs are so much cooler and are like filled to the brim with text. Like being surrounded by all of those little things made me like ecstatic. I was so inspired to create and draw, but at the same time I couldn't because I wasn't here back in America. So I decided to take photos and write things down on my like notes app on my phone so I could remember things when I came back from Japan. And now I can officially say, because of that trip, I've been even more inspired to actually start my webtoon. If you don't know what a webtoon is, basically think of it as a digital comic. One giant strip on your smartphone of just drawings and text. You just read through it, kind of like manga, but a lot different because it's one continuous long strip. There's things like webtoon originals and canvases. Canvases is basically just what anybody can put out, but webtoon originals are basically like originals only on webtoon. It was originally in South Korea, but now it's become a little bit more mainstream all over the world. A lot of webtoons have gotten like anime adaptations, kind of like Solo Leveling, Tower of God, High School of God, or The God of High School, my fault. And in general, like webtoon has gotten so big to the point that a bunch of artists now are inspired to make their own, including me, obviously, duh, considering that you're seeing this video, and telling a story through this medium. I've talked about webtoons in the past, starting with my favorite webtoon canvas, webtoon of all time, Scoob and Shag. I recommend you go watch that video. But other than Scoob and Shag, I haven't had that many experiences with reading webtoons till now. So today, I'm just gonna show you my process on how I make my webtoon episodes. For this one, I did try something a little bit new than I normally do, so it's a bit different, but still, I'm gonna show you some things that I do. Just a disclaimer, I just rot in my room all day. I don't really go out that much. I'm not a professional. I'm not trained or any of that. So yeah, peace. Okay, so first I start off with putting in like what prelog of my of the last webtoon or last episode, and then I put in the title of my webtoon, and then the title of the episode, and then the story and art by it. Then here's just like quick sketches. It was like, as long as I myself understand my sketch, I'm okay. I don't really need another, I don't really need to detail it that well, as long as I understand it myself and it's readable to me. Then you can see I go individual by each page, and I sketch everything out, and then I make sure everything like flows together. And the text here that I put in right now isn't like the final text. It's not gonna be like what I'm gonna put, I guess. It's just like little mindless text for now until I finalize things. Boom, like that. And then there we go. Hammer, all this. I only did 6 pages. I like to keep it kind of not short, but like I got a good pace, I guess. Yeah, a pretty good pace. I only did like two pages for the first and second episode. That was because I didn't know how long I wanted to make it. So now they're a bit longer, you can see. And then right here, I put in like my social media. So if people want to keep up with me, they can keep up with me. You don't really need to put this. I just did for fun. So that's basically it for the first half, I guess. Just make sure your sketches are readable to only you and you. Yeah, well, to anybody as well, but mostly you. As long as you understand them, you should be good. You don't really have to do much. for that. But then now here comes the hard phase where I have to line and like finish each panel. I go in individually, and I just do this and then render out the whole panel until I'm done with all of them. So once I'm done with my sketching, I refine every little I guess panel by myself, just like going back, making sure everything flows, you know. Here, I could turn this off. Okay. So you can see here, I refined the panels to the best of my abilities. I think this one, yeah, this one's it. You can see this is my sketch, this is the final or the finale. You know, just as long as I understand my sketch, then I'm pretty good to go. I can just start rendering and sketching it. Oh well, not sketching. Start rendering / just put in my line art and everything. The way how I do it is kind of like I've seen other people do it differently, which here I'll just pull up a different canvas. So I've seen other people do stuff differently where they like the way how they make their drawings on their webtoon is first they'll have like the character sketched out, then on top of that they will lower the opacity and then like ink it, and then ink every little other thing that there is in the webtoon, and then they go back and add color. So they'll be like, yep, this is my character, then my character moves here, and he talks here, and it talks here. But me personally, I don't like doing that. So what I do for each one of my drawings is I will take my sketch, lower the opacity, do the line work all at once, and then individually just go and render out each individual panel however I want, and what I think would be cool, and what I think my viewers like. Then I'll move on to the next panel, and then be like, ooh, so he's now here, and then another one here, and another one here. So then I'll just move from every individual panel to draw. I have video proof of this, so I just throw it up on screen right now, where I just render out every individual panel before getting to until I hit the bottom of the page, and then move on to the next page until I finish the whole webtoon. But yeah, this takes me a while, to be honest, considering that's like 50 panels that I did for this one. So you can see my whole progress here and all of my shenanigans, which did take a while, I ain't gonna lie. If you're gonna make a webtoon, I recommend a lot to either have a team or have a shit ton of time, because this episode alone, it actually made me want to like stop and end my whole series right there on the spot, because it was so much to do. So it's not for the faint of heart, I guess. So before I like do anything else, like add my text, onomatopoeia, all my little sound effects and stuff, I like going on the Clip Studio like smartphone thing. I'll just take my phone, scan the QR code, go to Clip Studio. Since I already have it installed on my phone, it just automatically takes me to the Clip Studio app. It takes a while to connect, but you can see with the like smartphone companion mode, it has a little like preview if it wants to load right here. There we go. And I can see the whole webtoon in its format and see all my drawings. And the pages like automatically connect, so I don't really have to like switch from where my iPad is. Like if I want to read right here, the second page automatically just does that. It just transitions in between pages. It's really useful. Like I mean, really useful. Like this is literally how it will look like on webtoon. So it's really useful for me to just like, oh, so this is how it will look like, and then boom, 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 and all that. But yeah, it's pretty simple to use, and also pretty good. And once I add my text and all that, I just start reading and see if everything flows really well on my phone. And if not, I just go back and change it on my iPad, you know? Okay, now that I have everything done, like all my drawing, I'm just gonna go and individually, first I'll put this up so I can actually see. But Clip Studio has this really cool thing where I can add text bubbles, depending on how I want my text bubbles to be. And I'm just gonna use that for now, and also this little like tail thing. So right now I just go to each individual one and just add the text bubbles, and then go back and add the text. So I'm just gonna speed that up. Okay, I'm gonna start adding text to the thing, to my little speech bubbles. Okay, now that I finished all my text, it's time for onomatopoeia. So for my onomatopoeia, I like to make it individual with each scene. So I'll put black edge for this, you know, and then, oh, what the heck? I like sometimes drawing it out, because sometimes it does look better, but it depends on what I'm trying to go for. See there, something like that. I'm not too sure just yet. So for now, it's time to speed this up. So once I'm actually done with everything, the text, onomatopoeia, everything, I just go back on my phone and I just read through the whole chapter and just scroll and see if everything looks right to me. If I mistyped or misspelled some things, I just go back and change it, you know. And so far, I think everything's okay. So now it's time to upload it. So at the very end of the webtoon, I like adding this little like, I guess, page of myself or my character, my author character, I guess, or my webtoon character of myself, and I just talk about some things. The first one was like introducing my little avatar, and that's me right there in the fish. I'm the fish, not the bag. But I want to like have little segments, almost like an anime, where at the end they talk about. Like the characters talk in game or in game in like their self, I guess. They just talk about oh, how do you feel about this? Oh, how do you feel about what happened in the episode? But I like doing that, but instead of like having that, I just kind of explain like certain little bits of the story. Like the first one, I explained ranks in my story, because there is like a ranking system. And then in this one, I did it about a certain like weapon, something like that. A little stuff like that. That's kind of what I wanted to do, so that's what I went for. And so I just like adding a little page at the end, and then a big muchos thank yous for reading. Okay, so to upload, I just kind of go on here. I already have an account, so I just put publish, and then not that, add episodes, and then. Here first, I like going to Clip Studio, open, and I like pulling up my drawing, if that's okay. Here, wait, give me a second. Okay, so I have my thing here, export. This should be all of it, right? Right. Here, let me see. Okay, yeah, here's the full webtoon all cut up. and then I'm pretty sure this one's called snap. And then for this, I'm not too sure how other people do it, but the way how I do it is I just kind of go and make a new canvas that size. Take this one right here. Yeah, and I just kind of copy and paste it into the other canvas. It's really low like quality because of how big it is, sadly, but I mean there's not really much I can do with something this big. Here. There we go. See, and then I just export that to my photo library and go here, photo library, boom, done. And then I'm gonna schedule this for today at, I guess, 1. What? 2. But that'll be posted immediately, or a couple minutes afterwards. Yeah. I never had this problem. But okay, I'll post it at 2. Nope. Do I have to pick a whole nother day? I guess so. I guess I'll just post it immediately. Yes. So now there we go. 3 episodes right there. And so now I'm done. I'm officially done. Finally. I'm about to cry. Holy shit. Okay, so now I'm officially done. I uploaded the webtoon. It's up to you if you guys want to go read it. Link in the description. I really enjoyed drawing most parts. Like some of the panels were really fun to draw, and it's like things that I normally wouldn't draw. So like, you know, I get experience on different things. But now I'm kind of tired, and I'm probably just gonna go to sleep now. Yeah. Bye.